The following video and continued growth of this channel are made possible by your support over on patreon.com/616entertainment. Sign up today at any level you choose and help bring these brand new projects to life. Or if you're looking for a brand new t-shirt, maybe stop by prowrestlingtees.com/616entertainment. I got you covered. Oh, what's up, Dan-Dans? My name is Ian. Welcome to 616Thunder. Now, it has been a while since we've seen one of these dream matches here on 616Thunder, or I used to do these on 616 Nitro as well. We've seen WWF versus WCW. We've seen ECW versus TNA. We've been all over the place. This is a highly requested match. That's D-Generation X. They are in enemy territory here on the WCW Nitro stage, and that's because they are taking on the nWo. The Giant, Scott Hall, Big Sexy Kevin Nash, and Hollywood Hulk Hogan. Dan-Dans, this is a 4-on-4 elimination style match. Call it a Survivor Series deal, do whatever you want. This is a dream match for the ages. I've been wanting to do this one for a long time, and I was holding off because this is the game that No Taxes Nigel Bravo and I use for GM Showdown, and I would like to announce right here at the top, GM Showdown Season 2, Hogan go for a cover 9 seconds into the match. GM Showdown Season 2 was a Patreon support project goal. We already hit that goal, and I would like to let you all know right now, GM Showdown Season 2 is in production. Last week, No Taxes Nigel Bravo and I recorded the first 2 episodes of Season 2, and I don't think we've said this anywhere yet, so consider this breaking news. GM Showdown Season 2 will not be 12 episodes long. It will be 16 episodes long, so there will be an entire extra phase, an entire extra month, an entire extra pay-per-view, call it what you will. Hogan's got him up, pile driver on the game. How do you like that? Hogan going for covers very early on, only a 1 count. Hey, shout out to Dan Hauser, who just signed up to Patreon this very second. It's very funny that he just signed up, because Dan Hauser may or may not have had something to do with some of the DLC use that you will see in GM Showdown Season 2. Maybe he's under the name Dick C. Carter, because that's funny. Maybe he's not. I don't know. We'll figure it out. Look at Hogan with a big body slam on Triple H on the outside of the ring, and the game is in danger. No, he's not. Hogan was in danger of being counted out, but I believe there's a tag made to Scott Hall, and Road Dogg's going to bring in Billy Gunn. Oh, pokes him right in the fucking eyes. Dan-Dans, we're only 3 minutes into this match. There are no eliminations just yet. So what you have to do right here, right now, pop into the comments and make your prediction. Who wins, DX or the nWo? And if anybody is going to get in the comments and say, like, you should have had China on Team DX. You should have had X-Pac. Maybe you should have had 6 on Team nWo. I did have a 6 downloaded, but he's broken. Some of the facial textures don't work. So I took all stars from both sides. I think we have a hell of a lineup here. Now, it is funny to see the Giant and Kevin Nash on the same team here, because in GM Showdown Season 2, the Giant is on my 616 Shockwave roster. And as we all know, Kevin Nash is the Stoke Crow Combustion World Heavyweight Champion. Here comes Shawn Michaels. You know what else is funny? Billy Gunn is on the Combustion roster, and Shawn Michaels is on the Shockwave roster. So, a lot of crossover, a lot of GM Showdown crossover action happening here. But this is totally non-canon to GM Showdown. Giant goes for a cover, only a 1 count. Referee Teddy Long in there. If anybody is worried about Teddy Long being a homer, about Teddy Long sticking up for the company he worked for, Teddy Long worked for WCW and the WWF. So I think he will call it fairly right down the middle. Kevin Nash breaks up that camel clutch there from the Heartbreak Kid, and we can see Shawn Michaels brings in Billy Gunn, 1/3 of AEW's Trios champions. Daddy Ass and the Acclaimed captured the Trios titles from the House of Black at All In. in front of the biggest crowd in pro wrestling history, in front of Wembley Stadium. How do you like that? Big leg drop there from the Combustion World Champion. Billy Gunn does not want to take another one of those. We are seeing lots of tags here. These guys are trying their best to make sure they're going to stay fresh, to make sure that they're not wearing themselves out too early, because this is the long haul. You know, you got to be ready in a 4-on-4 elimination match. You have to assume that we are going to be heading into the depths, you know, 30 minutes, possibly 40 minutes. Oh, Kevin Nash spills out of the ring after that slam from Shawn Michaels. You have to assume. Look at the drop kick from the Giant. How do you like that? It might have taken more out of the big man than it did the Heartbreak Kid, though. Team DX trying to team up on the Giant, but it's not going to happen. Clubbing blow to the back. Road Dogg goes down. Frequent tags here, extremely frequent tags. Road Dogg ringing that shoulder out. Kevin Nash and the Giant try to team up, but it's not gonna happen. Will we see a little, I was gonna say, are we gonna see a little bit of shake, rattle, and roll action from the Road Dogg? But Kevin Nash beats him to it. Single leg crab here, and now the troops come in. Approaching 10 minutes, we are now at the point where these guys are not gonna leave anything to chance. If your partner is in a bad way, you gotta hop in and help him out. You guys have popped into the comments and made your predictions. I'm really excited to see what the overall consensus is, whether you guys are leaning on the side of Team DX or whether you think that Team nWo will take it. I think all of these creator wrestlers are pretty damn good. Oh, a big right hand there from the Giant. Tries to follow up with a headbutt there, but nobody home. And now it's a striking exchange. The left hooks from Triple H. The big chops from the Giant. Both men go down. The bragging rights are on the line. Who is the greatest faction of the 90s? Oh, stop. Oh, another one. The Giant doubling up, and then he hits that big right hand again. Triple H is doing everything he can to stay active here. Thought maybe we had a submission, but no, we were too close to the ropes. The Giant unable to keep the game from reaching those red cables there. We call them ropes, but they're fucking cables here in the Nitro ring. You got me? Kevin Nash bringing the lifeless corpse of Triple H to the center of the ring. But that's going to be a problem for later because Billy Gunn hits a big swinging neckbreaker from the top. Big splash! But it's in enemy territory. You are not going to get a cover. Holy shit! Through the three original members, the three founding members of the nWo, team up on badass Billy Gunn and rain blows from the top. Look out, an assisted jackknife powerbomb! Team DX has got to have their eyes on Billy Gunn after that one. Luckily, he's not the legal man. It's hard to keep track with these tags. They're happening so frequently. The Giant goes into the corner, but Shawn Michaels, one step ahead, gets out of the way before any damage can be done. Oh, a headbutt for the ages there. Shawn Michaels has got to be seeing stars after that one. And another one! The Giant might be looking for the choke slam. 14 minutes. Oh, goddamn, a big left hand. Shawn Michaels is in major trouble here. Oh, he can't do it. He can't do it. A vertical suplex on the Giant. Shawn Michaels displaying strength that nobody knew he had. And he goes for the cover. Not a single member from the nWo even bothered to get in the ring. They knew that the Giant was fine. They knew that you got to put way more damage on a guy that big to get him out of here. Ball breaker from Road Dogg. And if Road Dogg has a brain in his head, which if you want, not even a 2 count. If you've ever heard Road Dogg speak, choke slam. You know that he probably doesn't. He's going to want to keep Scott Hall in this corner. He's going to want to keep Scott Hall away from the nWo. Look out here from the top. Scott Hall with a back suplex, and Road Dogg landed right on his head. Right on his neck, right on the back of his head, a big clothesline. And if Scott Hall, Road Dogg gonna bring him back into enemy territory. That's what I said he's gonna need to do. You gotta keep these guys away from their partners. Just as I say it, Scott Hall says, I know. What, do you think I'm a fucking dozen-time tag team champion for no reason? You think I don't know a thing or two about team matches? Come on. Choke slam on Road Dogg. Shawn Michaels whips Hulk Hogan off the ropes, comes back, but nobody home for it here. Look at Scott Hall, the dastardly Scott Hall pulls the legal man out of the ring, and if the NWO can keep Shawn Michaels quarantined, oh, a double clothesline on the outside of the ring, then we could have a count out here. And that's what they're working on. Shawn Michaels is down. If these three guys can keep no, they can't. A count out is an elimination. And the NWO were doing everything they could, playing every card in their hand to try and get Shawn Michaels out of here. The game gets tagged in and Hogan says, I don't think so. Brings in big sexy Kevin Nash, Big Daddy Cool, who's looking for Jackknife Powerbomb! Jackknife Powerbomb, 1, 2, no! Triple H kicks out! We almost had our first elimination. Nobody could have predicted that Triple H might have been the first man from Team DX eliminated. Big stalling suplex. Kevin Nash falls to the outside of the ring. Now, I am of the mind that Triple H, who tumbles to the outside of the ring, I am of the mind that Triple H should have made a tag. After taking that jackknife powerbomb and barely kicking out, he should have gotten out of here. He should have brought in Billy Gunn. He should have brought in Road Dogg. He should have put himself in a position where he had time to recover. And now every single man in this match is on the outside of the ring. And this is not good. Triple H, he does. Triple H had to get back into the ring, and he did just in the nick of time. Ooh, dropping that forehead across the knee. You know how Triple H loves to use that knee to smash up the faces of his opponents. We got 2 steel chairs in the NWO's corner here. And we also have a double vertical suplex. Scott Hall and Kevin Nash, when they defected from the WWF and showed up on WCW television, they were known as the Outsiders. Made a name for themselves in WCW, bigger than anything they had accomplished in the WWF. Now, they face off with their WWF compatriots once again. Billy Gunn with a tilt-a-whirl slam. That would have been a hell of a match, man. Scott Hall versus Billy Gunn. I don't think we ever saw that. Oh, no. Power bomb! There's a power bomb! Kevin Nash could have gone for a cover right there, but he wants one of his own. Jackknife! There's the jackknife! 1, 2. Oh, he did get the 3. Billy Gunn has been eliminated. Oh, my goodness. Shawn Michaels came over. He tried to break up the pin, but Hulk Hogan, Hollywood Hogan, took the bullet. And the NWO pulls ahead, 4-3. Triple H, snake eyes, his throat dropped across that top rope. Oh, and he answers back with a low blow. Hey man, this is D-Generation X. This is the NWO. These are 2 teams who, oh, Kevin Nash barely kicks out of that low blow. These are 2 teams who will, they will stop at nothing to secure a win. We've got steel chairs, we've got low blows, we've got everything. What is Kevin Nash doing? Don't do it! Jackknife powerbomb onto the cement! And now he's gonna hit Triple H! Jackknife! Holy shit! If he was not so deep in enemy territory, that would have been elimination for the game. Look out! Outsider's Edge on Shawn Michaels! I can't believe I'm saying this, but the NWO up to this point are really running roughshod. Kevin Nash is hitting jackknife powerbombs on everybody who comes even remotely close to him. Triple H has got to try his best to slow this momentum, putting a guy in the corner, putting your boot across his throat, cutting off the air. That's a good way to do it. Brings in the Road Dogg, which is a fantastic idea. Triple H has been in the action for a long time now. Try to hit a double team here. Big double drop kick. Road Dogg, shake, rattle, and roll. You gotta get Kevin Nash in trouble here. Big power slam. That's a great way to do it. Team DX do not want to go down in this match. Do you blame them? I don't think so. Hollywood Hulk Hogan comes in And I don't feel like we've seen much from Hogan up to this point. Hogan has been trying to, oh, there's a big boot. And now the forearm across the throat. That's an illegal hold. Referee Teddy Long getting involved. Look out. Shawn Michaels gets a jackknife powerbomb. Road Dogg dropping punches across the head of Hulk Hogan. Now, why that's allowed and the choke is not, I don't know. Because if you ask me, there's no way in hell Road Dogg was not using closed fists on that. What is Hogan? Hogan with a knee drop from the top rope. What the fuck is Hulk Hogan doing going to the top rope? That's what I'd like to know. Road Dogg wisely gonna make a tag. And it's a good thing he did because a double suplex was there in his future. Scott Hall just ate a 2 count off of a double suplex. And I would say, big military press from the Giant. I would say that that's ridiculous that he gets a 2 count off of an offensive maneuver, but Scott Hall is 6'7", more handsome than 10 movie stars, and we are 30 minutes into this match at this point. You know, we just crossed the 29-minute mark, you know what I'm saying, I'm barely exaggerating. Oh, a big clothesline from Triple H. Being a guy that big, 6'7", 275 pounds probably, you can't go 30 minutes and still be fresh as a daisy. Oh man, and after eating one of those, you're not fresh as a daisy. But the pinfall, once again, takes place in enemy territory. You're not going to get wins like that as Triple H lands on the back of his head on the outside of the ring. And the nWo, once again, it would be in their best interest to keep Triple H outside of the ring, to get that count-out victory. They don't give a fuck whether it's a pinfall, a submission, or a countout. They just want the win. And on the back of that asshole breaker, they could get it. Triple H, you gotta get in the ring. He does, barely. Just barely. 31 minutes in, we've only seen one elimination up to this point. Hollywood, Hulk Hogan, Scott Hall, big double suplex there on the game, and Hogan off the ropes, leg drop! Hogan hits the leg drop, and Triple H defiantly stands up. He brings in the Road Dogg. But they're not able to get anything done with it. Hogan was looking for another leg drop on Triple H just for the fuck of it. Off the ropes goes the Road Dogg, and a knee to the solar plexus. Hogan completely no-sells it, which is par for the course. Look out, an abdominal stretch, and the Road Dogg taps out! Holy shit! 4-on-2 in favor of the nWo. I don't know if you saw that, but rewind real quick. Kevin Nash just put his hands up, put those 2 fingers up saying, hey, you guys only got 2 left. Hope you're paying attention, because we certainly are. Oh, a squashing double clothesline there. Shawn Michaels and Triple H are at a massive disadvantage here. How is, oh, up and over the top rope goes Triple H. How is it possible that Triple H and Shawn Michaels can take out the combined might of Hulk Hogan, Kevin Nash, Scott Hall, and the Giant? I realize this is Triple H and Shawn Michaels we're talking about. I realize this is the Game and the Heartbreak Kid, but that's the entire nWo, okay? Triple H, the back of his head may have hit that steel chair off the double suplex. Now, Dan, if you're watching this... Oh, no! Choke slam on a chair! That's gonna be all. 1, 2, 3. And now Shawn Michaels must face the entire nWo by himself. Dan, if you did not tune in to GM Showdown Season 1, this is the kind of action that you missed out on. And all of those episodes are right here on YouTube for you to watch. Fire Pro Wrestling World, Jesus Christ, choke slam! Fire Pro Wrestling World is one of the best wrestling games ever made. 1, 2, 3. And it is a clean sweep for the nWo. And I can't believe I'm saying that. That is unbelievable to me. Nobody predicted that. Let's see what kind of rating that got. A 92%. How do you like that? Jesus, man. A clean sweep. Dan's GM Showdown Season 2 is in production. I love doing these dream matches. I hope you guys enjoyed this episode of 616 Thunder. Hey, it's about 20 minutes. We could have gone a little longer if DX had their shit together. If DX didn't get swept by the nWo, we could have had a longer episode, but that's on DX. That's not on me. Dans, I love you very much, and I'll see you next week.